Well, it's been a really busy week and I've got to rustle up something for Sunday night dinner. I'm feeling a bit lazy, so I'm thinking I might do my famous Mexican chili chicken. I've got a couple of incredible Bannock burn chicken breasts, and this dish is fantastic because a little bit goes a long way. I just start by heating my pot, slicing a couple of red onions. Just remove any of that green centre. Don't want that. Just a nice fine slice. Pan's nice and hot. I'll just add a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. Get those onions in. Good stir, a little bit of seasoning, and I'll need probably 8 minutes or so just to soften down. Now I'll quickly grab a couple of garlic cloves and chop them finely. Probably enough. Let's check my onions. So just get it nice and fine. And then I've got some coriander roots that I've saved from after I've picked the leaves. So I'll just do a quick chop of those. Coriander roots are actually almost the best part of the coriander. Loads of flavour, too good to throw away. Just make sure when you use them that you make sure there's no dirt left in them. They carry a lot of grit. Just check the onions. Nice and soft, almost ready. Okay, coriander and garlic into the pot. Now, the next thing I'm going to add is a little bit more spice with some green chilies. Now, if you don't really like the heat, you can take the seeds out, but I like it hot, so I'm going to leave them in. Once again, just a fine chop. Chilies in. Next layer of spice I'm going to add to this dish with some cumin and coriander seeds. I've got 2 teaspoons of cumin seed and 1 of coriander. I'm just going to very lightly roast those. Coriander, the pole seeds can tend to get a little bit dull, and just by heating the oils in them will bring them back to life. Give this dish a lot more flavour. They don't need long, and it should be in a dry pan. When you can start to smell them, they're ready to go. Smelling good. Okay, into the mortar and pestle. I'll just turn up the heat a little bit because I want those spices just to fry for a second. And in we go. So we've got coriander, chili, cumin, loads of garlic. It's really starting to come together. Next step, 2 tins of tomatoes and 2 tins of red kidney beans, just been rinsed. Give it a good stir and just break up those tomatoes. It doesn't have to be perfect. Some salt, some pepper. And for luck, whack of Tabasco. Now I'll just leave that to come up to the boil. And then I'll reduce it to a simmer and let that cook away for about 20 minutes, just for the tomatoes to break up and for the sauce to reduce a little bit. But while that's happening, I'll dice up my chicken breast and prepare the corn. Now when I dice the chicken, I keep it reasonably small. I want them to be bite-sized pieces and I want them to cook very quickly. Breast is tender, so it doesn't need to stay in there for very long. I've got these beautiful corn cobs. I'm just going to strip the kernels off the cob. So just break the kernels up a little bit, separate them all. You can see our sauce has now come together and it's thickened up a little bit. It smells good. So I'll add the corn and then the chicken. Now these chicken pieces are very small, so 2 to 3 minutes max we need to cook this. Turn up the heat to about medium-high and give it another all-important season. Now this has only got about a minute and a half to go, so while that's cooking, I'll just make a quick salsa. Got some cherry tomatoes, cherry Roma tomatoes. I'm just going to cut those into quarters. I'll use about a punnet. Some spring onions, just finely sliced. I'll just use mostly the white end. Okay. Just going to turn the heat off now. That chicken will continue to cook. While that's sitting, just add the juice of 2 limes. And we need juice of 1 lime in this salsa. So give it a nice bit of zing. Another dash of Tabasco. Black pepper. pinch of salt. Give it a stir. It's time to plate up. Well, it's finished now. It tastes good, smells good. Big bowl. And then onto the couch for me. Now you could serve this with rice or perhaps tortillas, but I'm just going to have it as it is tonight. Finished with some salsa. A nice dollop of sour cream. And loads of coriander. And perhaps maybe a little bit more Tabasco. But there it is. Much faster than ordering takeaway.